What's up, y'all? Welcome back to a very special bonus mini episode of Dad Needs to Talk podcast. I am your host, Robert, and today we're going to be focusing on the Haikyu One Shot, as well as talking about the Roof Piece anime episode 1015, as well as the latest One Piece chapter 1047. So the way this is going to work, just real quick, and of course I'll have timestamps for everything, but I will have a guest shortly to talk about the One Piece stuff, but I wanted to go ahead and just talk about the Haikyu stuff up front, because depending on when you might be listening and watching this or whatever, you're probably like, Robert, why are you putting out so much this week? You blah blah blah. So I had already recorded my awesome episode with my guest, and I'm going to mention it. The guest is Tequila from Core Reviews. That will be up Tuesday, and had a very awesome discussion and stuff with her. But of course, we recorded that Saturday, so none of the manga stuff is out yet. And after watching that One Piece episode and seeing Haikyu return, I was like, the way my schedule is, it would be weeks before I probably get a chance to talk about this stuff again. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do a little quick mini episode. So let's just kind of just dive right in, as always, for those that might be new here, welcome. But if you're a returning listener or watcher, then welcome back. We all about fatherhood and family, manga, anime, and sometimes video games. So starting off with Haikyu, and of course this is the manga. For anybody that might have stumbled across this is the manga that I am talking about. And this one shot, it is so wild to think that it has already been 2 years since Haikyu ended, summer of 2020. And when rumbling started happening a couple weeks ago, they're like, hey, there's rumors that there might be a new one shot or whatever coming out. I was super hyped, super dope. But I will say, I am, of course, by no means a Haikyu expert. For that person, I would point you to friend of the show, Kendra, at Sniper of My Heart on Twitter. She is also the host of the My Hero Academia podcast, but she also did a Haikyu podcast, which she'll be recording an episode later this week. So if you want a super fan to super nerd out of all the details and stuff, whatever, be on the lookout for that episode from her. But I just want to just gush just a little bit, because I love the overall layout and setup of this chapter. So it's called A Special One Shot, A Party Reignited. And so this one shot, first of all, was just a big tease. It was just the biggest of teases ever, because we don't even get to see an actual match play out. But we kind of followed Tetsuro Kuro, and I can't remember like what team he was on back in the old, like in the series or whatever, but I like how they kind of framed this one shot to line up with real world time, because it says Kuro spends his days working tirelessly to increase the number of volleyball fans across Japan and the world. In 2021, he hatched a plan for a promotional volleyball game that would surpass the boundaries of country and team. And we see him holding a paper that says 2002 Special All-Star Match Draft Proposal. And it's like, today he sets out to deliver invitations to select players who were once rivals in high school, but stand as monsters in the pro volleyball world. And if that doesn't just like immediately be like, yes, then I don't know what to tell you. And I love, because I don't remember the Haikyu logo always looking like this, but I love this dope looking logo of, like, it's the word Haikyu, and the dot for the eye, of course, that's round, but it looks like somebody spiked that to the circle at the bottom of the exclamation mark. Super dope design. But But yeah, but this one shot, like I said, it was just like super cool. Just seeing him travel around the world. Freaking went to Argentina to get Oikawa, he went to Poland to get Ushijima and just Wakatoshi Ushijima. Basically just like going around, traveling around the world, finding all these people and kind of like being like, hey, I'm putting together this thing. Are you interested in playing? And this is kind of like the rough idea of the layout of the teams and stuff, whatever. And so, went to Rome to get Kageyama. And then we see this monster dude freaking named Alexandre Joff, who is 7'2". Freaking 7'2". Now I might be misremembering because it's been 2 years, but I don't remember seeing this dude before. But yeah, it was just so nice just getting a chance to just see all these characters again, like I said, after 2 years, and just kind of our boy Shoto or Hinata, Shoyo, sorry, Hinata. But yeah, it was just so cool just seeing everybody coming together again, and then the day of the actual match, August 14th, 2022, which has me curious because them actually putting that date, I'm kind of curious because now I just thought about this. I wonder, is there a chance? Actually, let me pull up my calendar and let's see. August 14th. So August 14th, 2022, of real life this year is going to be a Sunday. Is there a chance that maybe this isn't just a tease? Maybe we might actually, I would love if that is a really dope real world tie-in to where they're actually able to give us another part of this where we actually get to see the actual match on August 14th of this year. That would be so freaking dope if they managed to do that. But yeah, it was just cool. Like I said, just seeing all these characters again and seeing the lineup of the team. So some of these, it's a mix of players from back in the original Haikyu series and some newer, older players and stuff. But so Team A had Oikawa, Miya, Romero, Ojiro, Sakusa, Goshiki, Hinata, Hiragami, Suna, Hakuba, Heiwajima, and Komori. That's on Team A. And then Team B, you had Izuna, Kageyama, Bokuto, Kiryu, Koshiumi, Yamamoto, Ushijima, that is freaking monster team. Joff, the freaking 7'2" dude. Washio, Hiyazuka. Yeah, he is Zawa. Sorry. Inuyaki, Naki, and Yaku. Sorry, I'm butchering some of those names because the way the text is, it's kind of hard to read it. But yeah, it was just so awesome. And just like the words they had of just like, no matter who loses or wins, no one is going to die. No one will come back to life either. Evil won't flourish across the land. The world won't be destroyed. As we kind of get to see some other people from the past and what they're doing in their day jobs and stuff. And we get the panels of everybody walking out into the arena, waving, cheering at the crowds and stuff. And we have freaking Hinata and Kageyama meeting, shaking hands with just like that, yeah, time to go. And yeah, and then the crowd goes wild, and then we get this really dope color spread. I'm gonna see real quick, just a little quick tease. Look at that really dope color spread. Like, so I'm just gonna show you just for a quick second. But like I said, I'm not a super big know-it-all Haikyu person, but like I said, I did truly love and enjoy this series so much. Because I was originally, of course, an anime only person a couple years ago, and then around the time when they was talking about the manga was going to be ending, that's when I had binge read it because I think I had caught up in time to. I'm trying to think. I think I caught up in time to read that final chapter the week it came out, I believe. Um, but yeah, it has just been so great. Just like I said, just seeing all these characters again. I would love if they actually did like a one volume's worth like epilogue of just this match. That would be so dope to get like one more volume of the series and it's like an epilogue and it's just you know 7 to 10 chapters of just this freaking legendary match. Um, that would be so dope to see. But maybe they'll just end it on just this freaking tease. But yeah, and seeing this again, of course, just reignited the thing of we need the anime to come back because I am ready to see the rest of the freaking high school matches done. I'm ready to see I'm ready to see the anime community's hearts get broken over the whole Hinata. Basically, kind of like the Jordan flu game, the Hinata flu game. I am ready to see the community destroyed, the anime community destroyed in shambles, like we were reading the manga, with that moment, and then the freaking time skip of them going freaking Hinata going to Brazil and doing beach volleyball, and then another time skip to them being pros and stuff, and okay, getting super hyped up, super excited, but much love to Haikyu. Show your love down below. If you are also a fan of the series, just hit me up and let me know. But we're going to take a quick little break and we'll be back with a special guest to talk lots of roof piece. Be right back. All right, what's up, y'all? And we're back from our little break. So, as y'all can see and hear shortly, I am joined by the homie Scuba Steve from Inside the Mind of a Blurred. What's up, Steve?
What up, man? How you doing?
Good, good. It's always good when we are blessed with a multitude of One Piece greatness in one weekend.
For sure, for sure. So I'm happy to be here, man. I'm glad you had me back. For sure. It's
Yeah,
always good to talk.
yeah, man. So like I had mentioned earlier in this episode, this is definitely a this whole thing all around is a last minute thing, and so I was like, I was sitting here about to record by myself, and then I was like, let me text Steve. I know Steve might be around. Let me see what Steve's up to, and here he is, cause yeah, I know I could have probably made it by myself, but I want to share this excitement with somebody. So yeah, man. So we gonna start off with the anime episode. So One Piece anime episode 1015, which is chapter 1000, finally animated. The start of, as the community calls it, roof piece.
Yeah,
Man, what an episode! What are your freaking thoughts, man?
bro. Roof Piece is finally here, and finally the anime onlys can finally understand what we getting, like
Yeah,
what we manga people been reading, because Roof Piece is just about to be phenomenal. Like what I'm saying. So it's I'm really excited to see how they animate it and how beautiful it's gonna look. Honestly and truthfully, because Wano has been fire so far, and like as far as
yes,
animation and everything like that, it has been like fire, nonstop heat. So I just can't wait for this. What I'm saying, this battle royale, if
yes,
you will, to just go ahead and take off.
yeah. I was trying to find shoot. I was trying to find what's the lady's name? So, and I can't remember what other episode she did, but basically the lead animator for this episode, her name is Megumi Ishitani, and like she put some magic on this episode because it's like they were like, hey, here's all the budget
Mm-hmm.
for visuals, animation, for every freaking thing because like they like the chapter this was based off of was cool within itself, but the way they like brought all this stuff to life, the way they kind of like tied together certain moments because one moment in particular was when they was kind of doing the stuff with Yamato and Ace, and they were talking about the moments of what Roger said to Odin them, and then what Luffy said, which we still don't know what they said, but we know that whatever they said, both everybody that heard it was laughing like yo, you is tripping Roger, you is tripping Luffy. But I loved how they in the anime they like merged those moments together, and it was so wild seeing like Roger right in front or right behind Kid Luffy saying that, and then on the reverse, seeing Kid Sabo and Ace next to freaking Odin and Whitebeard. It's like
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
what is this madness?
It was it was crazy. Like it was just like so that whole episode, just the to me the Sabo Ace flashback was just like for me like that was one of my favorite parts of One Piece. Just their little brotherhood, their camaraderie,
Hmm.
them all getting together. So that seeing that like with this updated animation was just like
Yeah.
beautiful. It was like nostalgic, and I really really loved like just the conversation that they were having, the dialogue that they were having was
Hmm.
just it was like we laughed at Luffy. Like Ace was like we laughed at Luffy, but can't nobody else laugh at him because we believe in him. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it was one of them things where it was just like we can make fun of my brother all day, but you're
Yeah.
not gonna make fun of it. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I really really love that man, and it just really was depicted well in this anime, man.
Yeah, and even like from that point, where Yamato started crying when Ace said that because Yamato had read that part in Odin's journal of hey, this is what Roger said, and that moment it's always kind of heartbreaking because that moment where you know Yamato was talking about how a great pirate aka Roger said it, and it's been a couple of times to where we've seen Roger reference in front of Ace but not actually saying who it was, and
Mm,
Ace being like man, that person sounds really dope, I would love to have a drink with them one day, not realizing that in these conversations they're talking about the same dad that he has harbored so much hate for most of his life. And so yeah, just seeing that moment again of just like, man, y'all probably would have gotten along if y'all would have gotten a chance to actually
mm,
meet and connect,
mm.
and stuff. So, but the other kind of last little part with the A stuff too, like they were just they was just showing out on the little scene when Ace was leaving on the boat, and just
Mhm.
the animations of just him just surfing on the water and gliding and
And
stuff.
the flames were pushing up and making it
Yeah,
fast. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I,
it's yeah.
I just, to me, like whenever Ace is on screen in One Piece, you know you're gonna either get like some emotional
Hmm.
moments or you're just gonna get some really, really just like dope, like fire moments, and like just even just him racing on the boat and everything like that. It just was like yo, man, y'all really want to show out right now? Like, and it's just like anytime Ace is on screen, it's like they pay homage to him to
Yeah,
make sure that he looks like that dope character, that lovable character that everybody wants. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
because everybody always talks about how they hype up Ace and everything like that, but
Hmm.
when he's on screen, the hype is well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
he's really showing out. Like Oda does a good job of making sure that you know what I'm saying that you all love and appreciate this character that he made, even though he died,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, years and years ago for us.
Yeah.
But he just every time he puts him on screen, he makes you be like, yeah, Ace is that dude, man. Like
Yeah.
it's like
For real.
it's really tough. You know what I'm saying with the animation and everything like that.
Yeah, and then the other like super crazy part with this episode was like I I just love like the build up to Luffy getting to the rooftop like with Kid and Killer
Hmm.
walking up first, and of course Law always showing out, but in the cool smooth way where he just pop in and just chill on the rock,
Hmm.
posted up. And I even love the little touch where like Zoro came floating in and Law just stopped him midair
Hmm.
from
Bro.
yeah. And then of course our main man Luffy come bursting through the door, standing aside the rest of the worst generation that was there, facing off against Big Mom and Kaido. Like I still remember like when we got that panel in the manga a year or so back, just like how dope that looked, and they definitely did not disappoint with it in the anime.
Straight up gas, man. And like I just love everything, all the callbacks and everything that just build up to this. Because right now, Sabaody for me is like top tier
Yeah,
because of what's going on in Wano. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like everything that's going on in Wano with this roof piece episode
yes,
and the continuation is just it was Sabaody right there. It was right there in our face. It
yeah,
was everybody. You know what I'm saying when they was about to fight the celestial dragon
yeah,
when Luffy punched him. All the other worst gen people skated.
yeah,
They all got up out of there, but Law and Kid was right there,
yeah,
and they was fighting and everything like that. And it was like, dang, this was right here in our face, and we
yeah,
didn't know it. And now it's all coming back within fold. You know what I'm saying? We getting Law and Kid on the roof with Luffy, with their, you know what I'm saying, with their first mate. You know what I'm saying? With
yeah,
Zoro and Killer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, bro, this is just gas, and I can't wait to see how they do this, man. I would love if they just, you know what I'm saying, give us a whole hour long for this first piece of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I
yeah,
remember when the Luffy Sanji situation happened, they gave us about 45 to 50 minutes
yeah.
of that Luffy Sanji situation. I would love if Oda really loves us, he should just give us 50 minutes of this first part of this battle, man. I really want that.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you, man. And like, well, but before I get to the big moment at the end, even that moment that was dope in the manga was dope here, where Luffy's walking up to Kaido and Big Mom and dope, and they both tell me like, "Hey, Lin, what basically like what did the brat say to you?" Or
Mhm.
you was talking all that smack, Luffy. What's up now? And he walking right past them to go check on his friends.
Mhm.
But man, the way they did the parallel in the anime, where it basically shows him walking up to all of the samurai standing up, and then it cuts to them all just being just on the ground, laid out, destroyed. It was like, oh man.
Yeah, man. Like,
But yeah, but
uh,
that the big finale when freaking Luffy, or when Kaido was bearing down on Luffy, and freaking Luffy was just like, hey, Law, get the samurai up out of here. And
mhm.
then he freaking did the freaking red rock. That looked freaking insane, because even just like the whole animation where like they had like the scar on his chest glowing
Mhm.
and all that stuff, to just the way they, when he threw the punch and it turned into a freaking giant fireball. It was like, yo, what the heck is this? Even Kaido was like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, bro. Like even when it happened in the anime, you were like, "Yo, he just really piece." I mean, in the manga, it was like he really, really smacked Kaido, and we was like, "Yo!" And they left us like that.
Yeah.
So for it to happen, like in the anime, it was just like, "Oh yeah, they doing it justice.
Yeah.
They about to do it justice." And I really love the fact that it was just like, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those moments where it was just like Luffy being the badass that he is. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Where it's like he not smiling no more. He's serious.
Yeah.
And like Kaido and Big Mom is like, what are you gonna do now? Like you said. And he just like kind of just like casually walked past these dudes like
Yeah.
y'all not nobody, you know what I'm saying? And so when it happened, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, yo, did he really just walk up on us and walk past us? Like,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? Like we was nothing, and then checked up on his people like he always does, man. Luffy is always solid in that category, and then
Yeah.
turns around and he gives the red rock of death.
Yeah.
Like,
It you know what it kind of reminded me of now that I think about it, especially with it being a giant red fist coming at him. It reminds me of in One Punch Man when Saitama does that like death punch or whatever at Genos, and it's like the giant red fist coming. That's what kind of came to my mind just now, just thinking about that scene. But yeah, man, like I am so ready to see all these fights and stuff coming because I'm like, okay, if that is just a taste of how y'all are gonna treat some of this stuff that is coming up, it's gonna be freaking amazing.
especially when we get some of the stuff that we reading right now.
Yes.
So yeah,
Which
it's no.
speaking of which, because we'll go ahead and transition to that too. So we're supposed to jump over to talking some manga stuff. So if you know if y'all are anime onlys, hey, just know episode's freaking fantastic, phenomenal. If you haven't watched it for some reason, you're still listening to us, go watch that episode. Then come back
Please.
and let us know what you thought of it. But yeah, we're gonna jump over and continue. You can still continue talking about with the anime stuff, but I just want to just let people know we supposed to talk about some manga spoilers going into the actual latest chapter, 1047. So, but yeah, I can continue with what you were saying.
Well, yeah, like as beautiful as this animation is right now, I'm just wondering when we get that awakening and we get that, like that's gonna be crazy because the color panels from what I'm seeing already is like we get the white hair, we getting stuff like,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, yo, Joy Boy is gonna be crazy in the animation, and we probably won't even get it for like a whole nother year,
yeah,
which is insane to think about. Like
yeah,
it's gonna be a whole nother year before people finally get to see what we're reading right now, and like Joy
yeah,
Boy is just gonna be beautiful, man. Like it's gonna be
yeah.
crazy.
Cause you know they always be going out with the big transformation. Cause you know we remember Gear Forth back in Dressrosa, Snake Man and Whole Cake. Cause even the jump of like Gear Forth was cool,
Mm.
but like the treatment that they gave Snake Man and Whole Cake, where Luffy was freaking floating in the air like Jesus,
Yeah, man. I don't.
and stuff. Yeah, I don't even know like what insanity they gonna pull out when they animate Gear 5 and all this, Joy Boy, Nika, Sun God, all this stuff. It's gonna be freaking ridiculous.
It's gonna be crazy. I can't wait to see it. Like it's just how are they gonna animate this? Because they still have to do it where it's like it's gotta be fire, it's gotta be like dope and everything like that. But you still have to make it fun
Yeah,
because that's the whole thing with Joy Boy. He having fun, he making everything around him rubber,
yeah,
things of that nature. So it's like, man, I wonder how they're gonna do this to make it look like that because in Wano is like here and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I haven't really got to see the goofiness of the fun parts of One Piece that we are used to
yeah,
because like it's just been like that serious with the
yeah,
animation in Wano, man. So I'm excited to see that. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like.
yeah, for real. And so going off of that, so with these recent chapters, Um, man. So I don't even know where to freaking start. Okay, I guess a big talking point we can start on with from the most recent chapter. So, as Luffy and Kaido are trading blows and stuff, whatever.
Mhm.
We finally, after all the years of theories and speculation and stuff, we get 100% confirmation that Gold Roger did not have a devil fruit.
Yeah, that is crazy to me because it's like I was still holding on to hope. I
Yeah.
was I was holding on to hope that Gold Roger had some type of devil fruit or
Hmm.
whatever, and it's like he had nothing. Because my honest opinion before, I thought like Gold Roger somehow had this like water fruit.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like the only person with a water fruit or something like that. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking like some kind of craziness of that. So like finding out it was like, oh okay, he has no devil fruit, and it's like,
Yeah. He
man,
just raw.
yeah, he just raw power. It like was just really that dude, and he
and,
was the king of the pirates.
and especially like having that context and looking back at even just a small glimpse we got of seeing him and Whitebeard clashing, it's like, man, this dude was going toe to toe with the Quake fruit, just straight hands, no extra assistance. It was just Roger, just hands versus earthquakes.
Bro. And that's what's so crazy, man. They make you feel like the Quake grapefruit. That's the second time somebody done kind of pulled up on Roger. With Whitebeard with no
Yeah,
devil fruit because Shanks did it too. You know what I'm saying? Kind of pulled up on him and was like, no devil fruit. And I'm like, man, like, is this devil fruit really as broken as we think it is? Or is
yeah,
like these dudes just really that OP? Like, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Roger and Shanks is really them dudes.
yeah, man. So and just the fact that freaking Kaido just casually just said that just in the middle of the fight of just like yeah, Roger didn't have any devil fruit powers, and it's like wait, rewind the tape a little bit. What did you just say? As he's freaking smacking Luffy into this rubber ground, as he's like a trampoline or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that part was freaking insane. Uh, Another part, because I'm looking at the panel now. Another part that I liked, because earlier the chapter started off with Luffy uh grabbing the lightning and trying to throw it at Kaido. But
Mm-hmm.
there was another moment where Kaido smacks Luffy back, and as Luffy was flying back to the air, another bolt of lightning came down. Luffy grabbed the lightning and was twirling around on the lightning. And I'm looking at the pen. I'm like, is this dude literally spinning on freaking lightning?
Facts.
Like Luffy on the lightning like it's a stripper pole, man.
What's so crazy is like with One Piece or whatever in the earlier stages with Luffy, he had like so much creativity. It was like
Yeah,
when we fought Arlong, he made like his fishnet out of his fingers,
yeah,
and like he had all this creativity, and then it got kind of stagnant. It kind of
yeah,
got like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Gear Three. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna blow up my hand and do the elephant gun. And it
yeah,
got to a point where it was like, dang, this is kind of getting repetitive. And
yeah,
then now, like in these latest chapters with this Gear Five, we're
yeah.
getting back to some of that creativity and these crazy things that Luffy really can do with his devil fruit. And spinning on lightning is just like it's just like, bro, what is going on?
Yeah, man,
It's
cause even just saying those words just sounds so freaking weird and goofy. Like, oh yeah, Luffy was just spinning on lightning. Like, wait, what do you mean spinning on
what,
lightning?
like what is going on here? Like, are you really spinning right now? Like riding around the track like it's a Mario Kart track. Like it's like, what is going on here, man?
Yeah, and real quick, I also kind of want because I know you also just read a few of like some like the last couple of chapters or whatever. Did you have any thoughts on any of those chapters and stuff as well, or just anything from anything recent that you just caught up on?
Yeah, so my biggest thing was really just that whole chapter, like yeah, well, the whole information that we got about Roger.
Yeah.
That was like huge to me. Just finding out that Roger didn't have a devil fruit. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, man, I want to know more about Roger. Like, we need to get a, like, even though they gave us a little bit in the olden flashbacks, I don't feel like that was enough. We
Yeah.
need more. Like, I
Yeah.
really, really want to know more because it's like he didn't have a devil fruit, and then Rayleigh didn't have a devil fruit. So it's like, did all the crew members not have devil fruits, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Because that
Cause
might be why Shanks doesn't want anybody to have devil fruits on his crew.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because he admires Roger so much, was the whole crew just non-devil fruit? Because we met the doctor back
Oh yeah.
the knockup stream or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Crocus.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Laboon and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't have a devil fruit. So I'm like, okay, so that's three people that we know confirmed no
Mm-hmm.
devil fruits. Who else?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe Roger's crew was no devil fruit users, and maybe that's why Shanks admires him so much. And he's like, I'm not gonna do devil fruits either. Nobody on my crew can have a devil fruit.
Yeah.
That's
Cause
dope.
cause yeah. Cause us getting the information definitely kind of tip the scales a little bit more in that conversation because same thing like you said like with Shanks. And same thing like with Roger, it was like people have always speculated like, okay, is Shanks just straight raw like that, or does he have some type of devil fruit or whatever? But it's like, okay, we finding out that Roger didn't.
Hmm.
Okay, that might lead more, more credence to okay, maybe Shanks doesn't either.
Hmm.
And I can't wait till we get a definitive answer about that as well because
Well, for Shanks, he told Luffy, "You have to be able to swim to be a part of my crew." Which means if you have to be able to swim, that
mm,
means you don't know how you can't have a devil fruit.
that is
You know
true.
what I'm
He
saying?
did say that. That is true.
So with that being said, I feel like nobody on Shank's crew has a devil fruit.
Yeah, that. See, okay, see, good callback because I definitely
Mhm.
forgot that he had said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
So
yeah,
and that leads me to believe that after seeing now that after confirming that Roger doesn't have, we know Rayleigh don't have a devil fruit.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's that's captain and first mate.
yeah.
And then we know, from what I remember, the doctor doesn't have one either. So that's three people, no devil
Mm-hmm.
fruit. So now I'm just like straight up believing that like Shanks doesn't have a devil fruit because he looks up to Roger so much and he
Yeah,
thinks that, you know what I'm saying, no devil fruits. Everybody needs to be able to handle themselves in situations and things like that.
yeah, and that would be so freaking dope if that is the case because I remember back earlier in Wano when we got that chapter where they did like all the emperor's bounties and stuff. And when they,
Hmm.
when they got to Shanks's crew, they talked about how his crew was the most balanced, to where it was like, hey, everybody on Shanks' crew across the board are all top tier. Comparing
Yeah.
to like some of the other people, some of the other emperors is like, okay, you got a couple of strong people in the crew, and then everybody's just kind of like okay, but they're like,
Hmm.
nah, Shanks's crew is the most balanced out of
Everybody.
out of all of the Emperor's crews. So it's like, man, like if they all like kind of like equally balanced and they all raw, no devil fruits, man.
That's crazy, man. I'm so. I mean, everybody loves Ben Beckham
Yeah.
for Shank's crew, but I'm really looking forward to Lucky Roo, man.
Oh yeah.
Whenever this One Piece Red movie come out, I'm excited to see what we gonna get out of my man Lucky Roo because his
Yeah.
it's just like his appearance in the first episode. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He pops dude in the head while eating a piece of chicken, and it was just like no cares at all. He just like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you in the head while I'm eating a piece of chicken. And ever since then, I was like, yo, Lucky Roo really probably is that dude, and
Yeah.
I want to know more about him. Like, I just
Yeah.
do. Like, I'm assuming he the first mate. Like, people
Mm.
read the encyclopedias and stuff like that. I don't read encyclopedias
Yeah.
and all that other stuff. So I'm just assuming he first mate. You know what I'm saying? And things like that because it was like he's him being so close in that situation just feels like
I
it gotta be that.
I want to say I think Ben Beckman is because actually Ben Beckman is because I don't remember what chapter it was, but basically there was a chapter a while back, where if I remember correct, I want to say I think it was a color spread or something where it was all of the first commanders for all of the Emperor crews, and it
Mm.
was Katakuri, uh, Shiryu for Blackbeard, Marco for Whitebeard, and then Ben Beckman was there as well. So that's kind of I think that was yeah. So more or less I think Ben Beckman is the
Yeah,
first mate of that crew, but yeah, and real quick, going on with the film red stuff real quick. Do do you feel like we might actually get to see some of Shanks's crew in action, or is it just gonna be another tease where
bro.
we might not see them, or we might get like a little glimpse, like, oh hey, they're there, but we're not gonna see no action from them.
To be honest, no, I don't think we're gonna get to see much. As much as I would like to,
Yeah,
and I would love it, I don't think we'll see much. I don't even think. I think we'll get to see. We'll get more of lure of Shanks,
yeah,
but I don't even think we're gonna get a deep dive into Shanks doing some action and things like that. It'll be more
yeah,
so of Luffy finding somebody. To me, I think Luffy's gonna find someone that's gonna tell some story
yeah,
about Shanks that make you be like, oh, now you're more interested
yeah,
into things and the lure of Shanks. But I don't even think we're gonna get a deep dive into Shanks as much as I would like to. I would love, like, I really, really want to see
yeah,
more of Lucky Roo. Um, I've been Beckman, Yasop. I would love to see more of them,
yeah.
especially in this movie. But it's just like I just don't feel like Oda's gonna do that to us, man. I don't feel like Oda's gonna give us much.
Yeah, and especially in a movie. Now, question with the movie real quick because I hadn't got a chance to ask you this. Do do you think that that is Shank's actual daughter, or is it just like a adoptive daughter, like somebody that he found and kind of looked after as a daughter? What are your thoughts on that?
I definitely don't think it's his actual
Yeah,
daughter. For some reason, I'm just not feeling that it's going to be his actual daughter. I'm thinking it's going to be some type of somebody that he really, really cares about, looked after, and things like
yeah,
that. She cares about him. If it's his actual daughter, I would be like, yo, that's crazy. But I mean, Otis shocked us before. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I wouldn't be too surprised, but at the
hmm,
same time, I'm thinking it's gonna be some girl, maybe 5, 10 islands ago or whatever. That's, you know what I'm saying.
yeah,
Somebody that he followed around. He was all like, "Yeah, you can join. You can basically be a part of the crew. Like as far as like, you know what I'm saying, just own the crew."
yeah.
And
Like a apprentice, like he was on Roger's ship.
facts. And
Yeah,
then eventually he was like, "Look, we got to leave you behind. It's getting really dangerous."
yeah,
Things like that. Like something would happen, and then she's kind of feeling like he just left me and all this other stuff because maybe she didn't understand
yeah,
the bigger picture of, you know what I'm saying, like I have to leave you behind because I care about you,
yeah,
type of thing or whatever thing like that. So
yeah,
that's what I'm looking, that's
yeah.
what I'm thinking is gonna happen, but you never know. You think it's his actual?
No,
Yeah.
just because it's especially 'cause I just keep going back to the fact of with this being a movie, you know, I don't think that Oda would put something like a blood related daughter of Shanks in the movie.
Yeah.
Now I do feel like that because at least in Japan the movie's coming out in August.
Mm.
So I think that by then we should be, hopefully, it'll be long done with Wano and going on to something else. I do hope and feel that maybe around the time the movie comes out, that maybe we might be getting some Shanks related stuff in the actual manga around that time. I think that'd be kind of dope to kind of have something with Shanks going on in the manga at the time that the movie comes out and stuff. So, uh, but yeah, but anywho, so last couple of little thoughts before we kind of wrap this up. So with the manga and with all this stuff going on, Uh, One thing I want to say for sure, I'm excited for Momo to man up, have a moment. Cause
Hmm.
at the end of the chapter, Luffy has a freaking megaton giant fist, and he's
Hmm.
like, "Yo, Momo, I believe in you. I need you to move the island, cause I'm about to, I'm about to knock the ish out of Kaido. So,
Yeah.
move the island over here." So I'm excited to hopefully finally see Momo get a big moment and stuff. So, but what are kind of your kind of hopes for what we might get next in these coming chapters and stuff?
So I mean, we get that redemption. Well, we'll get that, not redemption, but we'll get this dope moment from Momo because he'll
Hmm.
get to move the island. It'll show his worth in a sense, where it's like we've been waiting for Momo to do like some leadership things. Like
Yeah,
you are now like the head of Wano. Like
yeah,
once it's all is said and done, and you have to prove your worth. So
yeah,
these are moments where it's gonna show and prove his worth and everything like that. And then we just gonna get this one-on-one fight with Kaido. And
hmm,
to be honest with you, I mean, we remember how long that Luffy Katakuri fight was. So
yeah,
just get ready, man. Like Luffy and Katakuri was a while. So if
yeah.
you think Luffy and Kaido is going to be shorter than Luffy and Katakuri, you're in for a long race. Like we're gonna get some lengthy. We
Yeah,
probably here next year. Like, dang man, that was
I
a
hope
good
not.
fight.
But cause for me, cause I feel like for sure coming up, just cause like we've gotten bits and pieces, but I feel like coming up soon, we're gonna end up getting some like really deep Kaido flashback stuff. To actually like learn more about like okay like what exactly is Kaido, what is this whole story or whatever. Cause like I said, like we got like bits and pieces of his him being on rocks with Big Mom and Whitebeard and that whole super crew, and then a little bit of like when him and King first met and things like that. But it's like okay, I want to know more in depth stuff with Kaido, and I know we will get it because we got it. We got it with Whitebeard, we got it with Big Mom, so we know it's coming. It's just a matter of when. But something else I want to bring up as well too, um, cause I earlier today I hopped on another One Piece discussion with my homie Anime Against show, and we was talking about this. But one thing that we still haven't really seen yet that we know about is Kaido's actual devil fruit thing, because we know that Big Mom gave him this mythical fish fruit.
Hmm.
We're gonna see Kaido turn into a giant fish or something, because the thought that came to my mind earlier was like, okay, Momo's gonna move the island,
Hmm.
Luffy's gonna deck Kaido, he's gonna fall into the ocean, the water or whatever, and he's gonna transform into a fish, and that's gonna be a whole other
Situation
situation.
because it's can he swim?
Yeah,
How can he swim because of the devil fruit? It's gonna be a whole big issue. Yeah.
yeah,
So, and I'm hoping that they gotta explain it well because you got all these people that's gonna try to deep dive and depict everything and pull it apart. Like, oh, this don't make sense. Oda, explain this and blah blah blah. And it's just like enjoy the story.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I'm excited. Just and when we do get the Kaido flashback, because I feel like they have to give us a Kaido flashback. They've given a flashback to everybody else. I
yeah,
mean, and more than likely, the way that One Piece usually works is gonna be Luffy decks Kaido super hard,
yeah,
and then at the end of that chapter, it's gonna be like, all right, so now it's time for Kaido flashback. It's like
yeah.
it's always mid fight, and you know what I'm saying, like
Cause
mid.
you saying that actually just reminded me. I would love if they did it the same way how they did Big Moms, to where that because I still never forget how wild that chapter was, where they broke the Mother Carmel picture, Big Mom freaked out, and then the last couple pages was like, you know X amount of years, or 20 years ago, whatever, or however many, 40 years ago, whatever, Elbath. And it was like, wait, what? And then we got that
Yeah.
whole flashback and stuff,
Mhm.
whatever. So I would love if, like you said, like, hey, Luffy decks Kaido, and then at the end of the chapter, it's like, oh, whatever island or whatever. And it's like, okay, wait, what is about to happen? I would love that because me kind of thinking about how, like, not saying that Oda does this for every like milestone chapter or whatever, but we're at 1047 right now. 1050 is a few chapters away. I wouldn't
Mhm.
be surprised if maybe that be the chapter that the
With
flashback kicks
Kaido.
off. If not next chapter, because we see that Luffy about to deck him now.
Mhm.
I would love if, like, okay, we because Shonen Jump is on break next week, so all the chapters are on break. But if when they come back in a couple weeks, if we just, hey, going right into the Kaido flashback, I would freaking love that. Uh last little thing I'll ask you, and then we'll hop out of here. How much longer do you think this is Wano is going to be? Cause like I said, we're at 1047 right now.
Mhm.
Are you looking at 10 more chapters, 20 more chapters?
Oh,
What
it's
do you
long.
kind of feel?
It'll be longer than that. I just I always shoot back to the Katakuri Luffy thing. That was 30 chapters or so.
Yeah,
Katakuri and Luffy was a while. So unless Oda just is like, all right, I'm not gonna put them through that again.
yeah,
I don't expect it to not be. And we'll get other areas of Wano going on. We'll get other stuff with Nami and Frankie and figuring
yeah,
out what happened with Zoro. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? All this other stuff. We'll get that stuff going on in this piece. And so then after that, I mean, we all know eventually, or we'll assume, Luffy's gonna defeat Kaido.
yeah,
But then how does the war end? Like it's not gonna just end with just I beat Kaido and that's
yeah,
just the end of the war. So we're gonna have to get more of that.
yeah.
Everything everything that takes place with that. I would say if we're at 1047 now, probably around 1100.
Oh,
So
oh
yeah,
no.
we'll be I would say that like with the complete end of Wando, not
Okay,
just
so
like the
okay,
fight.
gotcha.
Yeah,
So everything
the
is
fight.
wrapped up, and okay, that I might could see. For myself, I'll be a little bit more crazy and hopeful, even though I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, probably it's gonna be a little while longer, but I'm gonna say that. Let me see, cause we get like a few chapters a month.
Mhm.
I'll say by the end of the summer, so maybe another. I'll say maybe like another 20 chapters is what I'm gonna say. Is
Ooh.
we'll kind of get things wrapped up and moved along. But I am excited for just to see the aftermath of, okay, once Kaido is done, the
Mhm.
ramifications of, okay, news spreading across the world. Wano's borders are open. Momonosuke new Shogun, yada yada yada. That is what I'm most excited to get to. It's like, yes, I have loved and enjoyed this fight and stuff, whatever, but it's like I am ready to just see, like, basically all hell break loose, because we know it is, just because of, like, there's gonna be so much. I hope that, like once this fight is done, we're gonna have to get at least like a handful of chapters, just like world building stuff. Because, like, okay, news is getting around. Luffy, the Straw Hats came in. They took out Kaido, and then hopefully we finally get information about what actually happened at the referee, who died, what happened to Sabo. I'm ready for just all this stuff to finally come to fruition. But
Yeah, because
yeah,
I'm feeling like that'll start. All that stuff will unfold and everything around 1100. I
yeah,
feel like we'll have the fight. Kaido and Luffy probably in. I'll say 1060,
yeah,
1063, something like that. But then we still have like the aftermath of everything, like
yeah,
you said. everybody's like, okay, this war is over, like Kaido is down, or you know what I'm saying, the war is still
Hmm.
going on, et cetera, et cetera. You have all these people still like kind of like fighting.
Hmm.
Now it's kind of like, okay, now Luffy, 9 times out of 10, there'll be a drawback to the Gear 5. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Luffy will be, a small Luffy version. Something crazy will happen.
Yeah.
So you'll have those episodes. Then you'll have after that's over, all right, so this is the new heir to the throne, which
Yeah.
is, what I'm saying, Momonosuke. So you'll have a couple chapters of that. You'll have some chapters of, what I'm saying, the scabbards. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Oh, we recovering, or this one died, et cetera, et cetera. We'll have some stuff like that going on. Like they're gonna. I think Wano is gonna at least be till about 1100. I
I
would
hope
hope,
not.
what I'm saying, it's not going to be, but I feel there's so much to dive into, and there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Uh, mm,
Yeah. But like I said, I just hope not, just because I know that in order for them to reach that point, that would be over another year, because because we only get X amount of chapters a year,
mhm,
and stuff. So it's like I just
yeah.
don't want to be here April 2023 and then being like, all right, finally we're leaving Wano. So
We still got to do Kaido's flashback. There's so much stuff, bro. We gotta get all of it done, and then you never know who could still pull up.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Luffy's all his subordinates and everything like that just decide to show up. His whole fleet. Maybe they
maybe.
show up to make sure that everybody can, leave.
Hopefully
So his
not.
whole fleet
Hopefully
shows
not.
up.
Just because
There's so
it's
much
it's like it's,
crazy.
it's it's like we don't need no more characters coming in. No, no more. At least not of that scale. Now I do believe there might be you know somebody might pull through, but I don't think it'd be like the whole fleet and stuff. But I'm gonna kind of cap it right there.
Okay.
Uh, just because I know we can keep going, uh, but I want to just leave it at that for now. But thank you, Steve, for pulling through last minute to
For
come in and
sure.
talking with your boy about some One Piece stuff, man. So, uh, you know, shout out your stuff where people can find you, anything you want to promote, all that jazz.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for having me again, man. And anytime you need me, just hit me up, man.
Yeah.
You already know. But yeah, you can follow me at Scuba Steve 1428 on all social media. Right now, I'm currently doing like a Ninja Turtle month. This whole month, I've
Nice.
been like kind of promoting different Ninja Turtle things and just random stuff. I call it Turtle Month because
Yeah.
it's April. There's four turtles. April O'Neil. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
just felt like it would be cool to just call it Turtles Month. So I just what I'm saying? I don't know when actual Turtle Month is, but for
Hmm.
me, I'm like April, I'm just gonna kind of like
Yeah.
just do a whole bunch of little turtle things. Plus, the last Ronin should be dropping the next couple of days, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm.
The final issue
Okay.
should be dropping. So I'm like, all right, cool. It's all mapped
Yeah.
out pretty well. Other than that, the 100 manga challenge,
Hmm.
manga comic challenge, where I'm still like doing my different reads and everything like that. Shout out to the Inside the Mind of a Blur Pod page. It's called the Blur Mind Pod on Twitter.
Hmm.
Follow that. There's a link tree. It can lead you to all nine of us. There's a lot of us,
Yeah.
basically straw hat members, and yeah, man, we all there. They're gamers. They're doing Twitch, YouTube. They're doing a whole bunch of different things. My
Hmm.
Mixer is a part of us. You know what I'm saying? Think you know what I'm saying. All of this stuff is going on, and
Hmm.
you can follow all of us, and then the Scholar Scuba Steve as well
Yeah.
is on YouTube. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I got. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So and as always, y'all already know this your boy Rob at Danny to Talk everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you follow the pod everywhere you can get podcasts. And yeah, and talk with us. Let us know what you thought of all of this craziness from the One Piece anime episode with Roof Piece finally starting to this insanity with Luffy and Kaido bouncing everywhere in the manga. And even at the beginning of the podcast, when I talked about the, Haikyu coming back, we got that one shot after 2 years. It was so good seeing those characters again after 2 years. But yeah, and as always, be on the lookout. I got more stuff coming. Like I said, when y'all are hearing this episode Monday, I'll have my actual main episode coming out Tuesday with my special guest, Tequila, who is the creator of Core Reviews. So be on the lookout for that. Check out that episode. And yeah, and with that, I am out. Y'all be easy, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.